Guys, let's talk 6-plate rack. Out here at Beautiful Academy today, got a little company range day happening. We had a conversation about being so fixated on the actual dot itself that it slows you down. Are your mechanics only relying on the red dot? Are you just waiting for this thing to settle and not trusting your natural point of aim, your grip, your stance, your presentation, where you're actually standing or where you're actually staring at? So for me, I burn a hole right at the top third of each one of the head plates I'm trying to shoot, even with the red dot. But when I don't have a red dot, if I'm shooting iron sights or anything else, I try to stand in the exact same fashion. I try to look in the exact same spot and try to burn through to make sure I'm not, being so reliant on the red dot will just take the whole thing away. I know you guys have all seen this. We tape up the optics. We do all that. If you ever had the ability to run a slick down, something with nothing on it, Gray Guns and Isaac Lockwood, super cool enough to send me his pro model slide. If you guys haven't checked these guys out, Gray Guns, Isaac Lockwood, pretty sure he's got the fastest build drill in the world. He's like 1 second flat. He's a freak. Check out that dude. But he was kind enough to send this, and we ripped off the optic just for this reason here. Clear and safe. Rotate this thing out. I'm not saying you have to run around like this, but it is a nice thing for the students to be able to see, not being so reliant on that dot. So if I stare exactly where I want it to end up, I don't change any of my stance, my presentation, my fundamentals, my grip, and where my ocular focus is. If I stare just where I want it to be, I build my natural grip. As long as the slide is flat and level in my eye line, it's not counted up, it's not canted left, right, up, or down. I'm going to point this thing in the camera. There's nobody behind it, but just so you guys can see this. If I drive this thing out and the gun is heeled up too high, or it's too low, or it's left or right, I know I've got some issues going. My natural point of aim should be a pretty consistent guide on where I'm going to be. And a nice way to build this in is 6-plate rack, A-box, whatever you're going to shoot. But for me, 1 plate at a time. How many times am I missing? If I am missing, how far am I missing? Is it super low every time? Am I glancing off just to the left and right? If I am left or right, inconsistency in my grip. Am I dropping it too low? Maybe I'm used to shooting a Glock and now I'm at a staccato or a SIG. I've got to keep this thing flat and level. So for me, that's all I focus on is when I drive this thing out, it's essentially back plate, but I want this slide flat and level in my eye line, and then can I make all my accurate hits? So we'll just see how it goes. We'll go 1 plate at a time just to kind of see. Same kind of normal speed. I'm staring right at the top third of the plate, and then can I get all my accurate hits? Six shots, 6 plates down. Now can we build in a repeatable cadence? We're gonna pop up the plates now, and now we'll just do a nice clean run through, nice, slow, nice and easy, but I'm trying to match the same type of speed I would be if I had a red dot. Now I just don't. All right, again, we're at 7 yards, nice normal distance. Start at 3, 5, 7, 10. Nice, comfortable, repeatable pattern over and over. You're not supposed to know how to do this right out of the box, but this is a really good test. Is my grip consistent? Is my stance, my presentation, and all my fundamentals in alignment? Had a pickup shot on the second one. Repeat, we'll build the exact same thing over again. Again, as I'm looking at the plate itself, I'm staring right at the top third of this. So if the pistol's flat and level in my eye line, I'm giving myself that full, was that an 8-inch plate? I'm giving myself 6 inches to play through. As long as I'm centered up, if I overdrive it, I'm still giving myself plenty of room to be able to make the hits. If I'm off left or right, that's really on me, and that's just an inconsistency in my grip. That might be over gripping, over steering my support grip or my master grip just a bit. That's what we're trying to figure out. Same time as it is that I have a red dot on, just trying to rebuild this confidence. If anything happens to that red dot, man, I'm a human like everybody else. I put these tension screws on too tight. I've sheared off optics. I've done all this different stuff, mounting plates and all this different. If that thing goes off, the red dot's off, it shears, whatever it might be, and you have to make accurate hits inside of 10 yards. If your grip, stance, presentation, your trigger and recoil management is in alignment, you make all the same accurate hits you want to, but test it out. That's why I love the 320 platform. Get a couple different slides, man. Get a couple different grip modules and feel what feels the most comfortable in your hand, and then burn that over and over. I hate being a victim to my own success. Awesome, saved enough money, bought an awesome pistol, bought the best red dot. I didn't put a battery in it, or battery shit the bed, whatever it might be. Am I a victim inside of a realistic distance? I don't want to be, so this is why we hammer it out. I just pretend like the red dot's on there. I stare just like as it is, and I run at the same speed. Fellas, don't be a victim of your own success. Practice when without optics. Make your process repeatable, man. It'll give you all the bang for your buck, dude. See you guys on the flat range. Talk soon.